Hi, everybody. My name is Mark Heron. I am a junior at Iowa State studying marketing, and I'd like to welcome you to the That's Awesome podcast, a podcast hosted by the Department of Apparel, Events, and Hospitality Management. We have a great lineup of guests with us and to talk in the future. And we're really excited to host our first episode today, and we're going to be featuring Dr. Eric Olson. Dr. Olson is an associate professor and the event management program director and director of graduate education for the event management program in the Department of Apparel, Events, and Hospitality Management. He received his Ph.D. from the University of Central Florida, M.B.A. from Stetson University, and B.B.A. from University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire. His research interests are in the areas of online service recovery, minority evaluation of service encounters, and festival and event marketing. Dr. Olson is an extremely experienced guest. He's received numerous publications in world-renowned journals, such as the Journal of Business Research and International Journal of Hospitality Management, and has presented at over 30 conferences. He now currently teaches undergraduate classes in the areas of events, marketing, services, and communication. I'd like to introduce Dr. Eric Olson. Thank you for coming onto the show today.
Yeah, absolutely, Mark. Thanks for having me.
Sure. So today we're going to be talking a little bit about, I want to focus on the Event Management Master's Program. And it's such a unique experience and program, one of its kind. And AESHM is really leading the way for a lot of universities on how they go about offering their classes, as well as graduate programs and, new opportunities for students. So can you describe a little bit about what the Event Management Master's Program is and how it came to fruition?
Yeah, absolutely, Mark. I think that's a really great question. So I came to Iowa State University in fall of 2014. And one of the things I noticed was in our curriculum, there was kind of a gap at the graduate level as related to event management students and event management education. And we do know that a lot of our faculty members engage in research as it relates to event management. We also recognize that a lot of our graduate students were doing work in the area of event management. So we started to notice that there are some topics and some skills that are not taught in other classes that really kind of apply to the event management domain. So I think at the heart of the graduate program for our master's program, it's all about the strategy and the strategic use of events to meet, some sort of goal. So we also found out, a lot of our students were asking us, when's a new program coming? How do I get a master's in event management? We also consulted with a lot of our professional associations because our industry is a very young industry. It's only been in a couple last decades where we become much more formalized. And we heard some great response from our professional associations. We also consulted with our advisory board, our Event Management Executive Advisory Council, to kind of give some feedback in this area. So about 3 years ago, then we started this formal process of creating the online Masters in Event Management program. And we did receive a little funding from the College of Human Sciences to start that program. And we went through the approval process, and happy to report that our program started last fall. So it's been about a year now in which our program has started.
Congratulations! Yeah, that's very, very exciting. This wasn't just a program that was, again, like you said, made internally with feedback from students and faculty, but it's also a program and maybe something that others outside of Iowa State and let alone the country maybe have been looking for, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. Part of our informational gathering process, there are several universities that do have some coursework at the graduate level in event management, And there are a couple of national and international programs that do have a master's in event management. So we did consult with those programs as well to kind of get some ideas. But very much we not only talk to our students internally, but we also talk to different stakeholders externally as well, to get guidance and advice, and to really kind of understand that graduate of our program, what are the skills, what are the expertise that they actually need in order to have a fulfilling career. So without a doubt, we took all that feedback and we definitely used that in the creation of our program.
For sure. What do you think the student appeal is for an online master's program?
I think that's a great question. I think one of the main reasons why students are attracted to our program is to work with. We have incredible faculty members in the awesome department. And not only, of course, I might be a little biased here, but we have great faculty members in the event management program, but we have incredible faculty members in the hospitality management program, in the apparel, merchandise, and design program, and other departments and colleges across campus. I mean, they're conducting world-renowned research. They're leading the way of creating new knowledge. So I think a lot of our students were really attracted to come into our program to work with great faculty members, and then also incredible students. Mm-hmm. We find that our students that start program become very invested with each other, through group projects and through other collaborations, and to hear from their experiences from industry. So we think that's really important. I think another reason why, what's unique about our program is our program was designed to be 100% online. So all of our coursework through the master's program is delivered online. So students do not actually have to physically come to campus. However, we all know how beautiful our campus is. So students are always welcome to come to campus, of course. But students, for a variety of reasons, if they're not able to come to campus, I think this program fits. And then lastly, I would say that our program was designed for that busy professional. Mm-hmm. A lot of our students are already working full-time in the industry. So we want to have a little flexibility with, some of the coursework. As an example, the capstone experience in our program, students create a creative component where they apply all of their knowledge and information from other coursework as well as industry, and then do a capstone experience. So we have a little flexibility in that the topics that our students are working on with that creative component, it's absolutely incredible. Sure. And then through the creative component, they are guided by 3 faculty members throughout that process. So yeah, I think those are some of the reasons why students are attracted to our program. And then if I just had one other idea that kind of came to my mind, and students who are joining this program, they're pioneers in the industry. There's not a lot of formal programs at the master's level. So I think students who they're really kind of cultivating their own adventure. Mm-hmm. In being very pioneer in that regard. So yeah, some of the reasons why I think students are attracted to our program.
Absolutely. Yeah. I personally, I want to say from my experience, helping you promote the event management master's program as a marketing student has kind of intrigued me, especially post undergrad, maybe to pursue something like an event management degree, a master's degree. So it's very interesting to see how students not only are getting involved within their own respective industries, but allowing their skills to also flow into other industries, and like you said, hospitality management and apparel merchandising and design.
Mark, you're absolutely right. And I think looking at the background of our current students, it's incredible. Our students are coming across from a wide variety of industries. Several of them have never worked in event management before. However, they are utilizing events, to fulfill some sort of a goal of a corporation or an organization or a governmental agency. But yeah, we have students from public events. We have students from the theater world, corporate events. We also have entrepreneurs, folks that are interested in utilizing this program to kind of come up with a new event concept or create a new aspect of kind of the supply side of putting on events. So I think that's another strength, and it's very interesting of that diversity of our students' experiences and their backgrounds that they bring to our program.
Absolutely. I want to move into maybe a little bit of the technical aspects of the program. So currently this year, or how many students do you have in the program?
Yeah, right now we currently have 12 students
Okay.
with our program, and we're very happy with that number. Again, program just started about a year ago, so we currently have 12 students.
How many did you have last year when it started?
I'm so sorry, Mark. We actually have 12 total.
Oh, okay.
Yep, we have 12 students at our total. We had 5 students that started in the fall. We had another 2 that joined us this past summer, and we have another 5 that started this fall. So a total of 12 students.
That's great, and it's only up from here. Absolutely. And can you give us a little information about like the technical format of the program itself? Maybe how many credits it has, how long the program is. Again, like delivery methods you were mentioning.
Yes, absolutely. So our program is a 36 credit program. So typically our students are taking about 6 credits per semester. So that is going to be about 2 classes per semester. So that is going to be about 6 semesters if a student was going, full-time, taking 2 classes a semester.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, though, we are actually finding, and we do have a little flexibility, that some students they want to take the program, 1 class a semester, and we also have students that are going at a little faster rate. So, yeah, the program was designed for a 36 credit graduate program, about 2 classes rather per semester. But we do have a little flexibility in that area. And then, program is delivered 100% online. All the coursework is delivered virtually.
Awesome. And like you said, it's especially accommodating for those who, again, are working full time already in the industry and, find time to, at their own convenience, expand their knowledge, especially in event management.
Absolutely, Mark. Yeah, for those students that are, working full time or part time, or they're working on their own entrepreneurial idea, I think for that busy professional, and not only for that busy professional, but also for students that have all their elements in their life. If it's from their families or volunteer opportunities or taking care of their parents or those in the military. Definitely, I think the program is very flexible in that regard.
Sure. Do you think flexibility is the strongest advantagement of an event management master's degree, or do you think, or what are some other advantages that you say?
Sure. Yeah, I think there's a lot of advantages, for pursuing a master's in a degree in event management. We do know, studies have shown that students who do complete a graduate degree tend to have a higher pay level at the master's level than compared to those professionals that do not pursue or do not have a master's or a graduate degree. So I think that's kind of one main advantage. A lot of our students are looking at getting this degree to use as a career advancement tool. So a lot of the positions that we do see in industry at the mid-career level or the upper management level or the executive level do require a master's degree. So I think that's kind of another reason. And then I would, kind of also, talk a little bit about, personal fulfillment in pursuing a master's program. I talked a little bit about that creative component. So kind of that experience that capstone experience where students can really, make a change in our industry. And then also, as you had mentioned, I think that flexibility is another advantage of our or another advantage why students are pursuing a master's in event management degree.
Yeah. What kind of classes are offered? I know that when it comes to event management, a lot of it may be marketing oriented or maybe some like event in general, maybe event oriented, but are there other aspects to the types of classes offered, maybe like financial or managerial, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right. In terms of our program, a lot of events is kind of the marketing side, but I would also kind of expand that. And, there are other, I guess, subject areas that we do discuss in our program. And that's going to be everything from site selection to event design. We're seeing a lot of literature and research that suggests that when attendees go to events, event organizers want some sort of a change in behavior as a result of going to that actual event. So I think that's a little on kind of the psychology and the consumer side of event. Risk management is a very important element of events. So we talk a lot about that. And then as you stated, the financial side. And then I would also kind of highlight, the strategic use of events in order to fulfill some sort of an organizational goal. And then maybe I'll just kind of briefly tell you a little bit about some of the courses that we offer. This fall, I'm teaching a class called Event 531, Case Studies in Event Management, where we come together and we talk and we debate, different case studies and realistic events to kind of learn. So this past week, we learned a little bit about the Munich Oktoberfest, and how that festival has been kind of scaling up throughout the world. Next week, we're looking at experience in an event. What is an experience? What is experience management? And then my colleague, Dr. Ken Sai, is teaching a new course this fall, Event 577, called Advanced Social Media. So a little on kind of the marketing side of digital platforms. And then my colleague, Dr. Joan Su, will be teaching a brand new course next spring called Event 578, Advanced Sustainability. That's a huge part of events, is making our events, more sustainable. And then I did want to mention too that, these graduate courses are available for other students as well at the graduate level. And then part of our program, we do draw upon our colleagues in hospitality management, apparel merchandise and design for some classes. Students do take coursework in statistics as well as research design, how to use, make decisions, kind of based on the strategic or the statistical element. And then, as I mentioned, the creative component is another course that students take. So yeah, very excited for kind of a very comprehensive coursework that we provide our students.
Definitely. In trying to culminate this all together, it takes a lot of time and effort. And I can tell that not only you, but also your colleagues and the students involved have put in a lot of time and work into making what this program is and what it will be in the future. So what are the department's hopes for the future of the program?
Sure, absolutely. That's a great question. Now that we've had a chance to, kind of get the program up and running, I think there's a couple of initial new ideas, and hopes and aspirations for the program. Last spring, we actually launched a concurrent program, or a 4+1 or 4+2 degree, where our undergraduate students can begin taking coursework at the undergraduate level that they can apply to both their undergraduate program and their graduate program. So we've received some great interest, from our current undergraduate students. So I think that's kind of another interesting program, to provide a little flexibility for our students that are interested in maybe, kind of both an undergraduate and a graduate degree. I think another hope for our program is to continue to add these experiential experiences. Even though the program is offered 100% virtually, there's an opportunity, to work with our industry partners. We've worked with clients before on different projects. So I think there's an opportunity to continue with those experiential environments. Another area we're starting work in is to add, a national or an international experience for our master's students. So we hope to offer that in the near future. So, and then lastly, I will just kind of mention, I think, a hope is that, our graduates of our program will be able to take the knowledge that they've learned and then apply it to some of the challenges that our industry is facing, and to use events to, support the Iowa State University mission of, providing a quality of life for, the great people in our state, but also people beyond Iowa. So I think those are some of the kind of the hopes and aspirations of our program.
I think that's amazing, and especially during a time like this, we all need that positivity and to come together and promote a message that is for the betterment of all people, and rooting that in academia is a neat thing, and it's definitely needed. It's needed. So I think what the department is doing and what you and your peers are doing are amazing, and I'd like to thank you for informing us on this amazing endeavor for AESHM and for Iowa State University.
Excellent, Mark. Thank you so much for having me. And I just want to mention it, if anyone is interested in our program, more than welcome. Our website has a lot of up-to-date information, but you are always welcome to reach out to me, and I'd be more than happy to set up. I like to, with our prospect students, set up some one-on-one time through a virtual meeting through Zoom or through WebEx, just to kind of talk a little bit about their background, what they hope to accomplish to our program. And I always love connecting our prospect students to our current students, just to kind of get their perspective of what the program actually is. And I'd always be happy to do that for anyone who's interested in our online Master's in Event Management program.
Absolutely. For more information, you can always reach out to Dr. Olson. Like you said, his email is olsoned, OLSONED, @iastate.edu. And for more information about AESHM and the event management program, you can have it over to www.awesomehs.hs.iastate.edu. So thank you again, Dr. Olson, for coming onto the show. You were a very awesome first guess, I have to say.
That's great.
We have to throw it in there. Awesome.
Excellent. Well, Mark, I must say that you are an awesome host of the podcast. So thank you very much for your great questions.
Absolutely. Thank you for listening to AESHM. That's Awesome, episode 1. Our next episode will be out in the coming weeks. For more information, please follow us on our social media. AESHM, AESHM _ISU.